Welcome back, super performers, to another weekly market update. This week, we have a bit of a change. The trading model from a hard penny environment, red, now is orange, which is cautious exposure. That is actually a good thing. Why? Because it means it's getting easier to make some money, more on the long side. Okay, long-term model, stage 4 still, 40-week moving average. BTC's price is well below the MA. Yet, what's working? Shorts and longs, guys. All-time high breakouts, some are working. I'm going to show you some. VCP breakouts, some are working. I want to show you some. IPOs that are going to work, probably soon. We're going to see that happening if we get a longer-term bullish move. Is this move that I'm seeing right now going to be medium term, long term, or very, very short term? Is yet to be determined. I cannot predict. However, things are looking like they want to move more and more. All right, so in summary, shorts are still working, all right? However, if we turn short term bullish on BTC and ETH, this might change and we might see shorts stop working for a small while or just working very randomly on very specific coins. Longs out of VCP patterns are working and they seem to be working more and more, right? This is still early for the move that might happen right now. However, again, we're in very, very, I would say, tricky environment, all right? We might turn bull. However, this can fall upon us and sellers can come and just blast and just put selling pressure upon us. So nothing is bullish just yet. We're still in a long-term downtrend. Put everything in context, all right? That's why our long-term model is still at stage 4, okay? However, even though the long-term model is still at stage 4 and we are in a long-term downtrend, we can have bear rallies, all right? And bear rallies can just turn into bull rallies. However, right now, we need to take this small rally with a grain of salt and pinpoint the best trades that are happening right now, okay? So profits, the same thing. Take profits at R multiples. You can read it later on. And risk maximum 8%, maybe 10% per trade. 10% right now depends on the coin that you are looking at. For example, if you're looking at a very, very speculative coin that has a lot of volatility, 10% is at most, and risk a maximum of 1.25% of the entire portfolio on one trade, right? So what are we seeing right now? BTC is moving just a little bit, right? So we can see that it's moving up just a little bit. Just a few moments ago, it was above 17K. It looks like it's trying to move up and up. Let's see how it goes. Still, we might be just in another bear flag, right? So if we take this over to here and we take this from over here, so this just might be another bear flag, right? So we might just go all the way somehow to the top and just bam, bam, bam. Maybe, or we can just, maybe we just go up. We can just, just like this and boom, maybe. Maybe we just get lower. It doesn't really matter. Right now, what I'm seeing is we might be in a bear flag, we might not be in a bear flag, but BTC is holding its grounds. And if you believe and look at on-chain data, which I think that on-chain data is good to look at in context and to find different types of narratives of the market, all right? What is the narrative? That's how I trade. What is the narrative? Well, the big narrative right now is, of course, we're in a long-term downtrend and we're having contagion after the FTX fallout. Of course, we started with Luna, 3AC, Celsius, and so on, and FTX and what now, Genesis and DGC and so on. So we're still in that narrative. However, you can see that some narratives are starting to change. For example, the minor narratives that capitulated is starting to change. If you look at on-chain data, for example, you can see that the selling pressure from miners is diminishing. Is that a signal to buy and go all in an ape? No, it just means that in context, we might have a small shift in narrative, which I'm viewing and looking at, all right? So if we go and look at some of the coins, for instance, all right, let's go to my focus list. You can see that, for example, the AI narrative is working, all right? An AI narrative, you can see that the FET, for example, is a trade that we made roughly 40% on, all right? Sorry, VCP pattern, just beautiful over here, exploded, moved. Can it move higher? Of course, but I want to take profits at this area. Why? Because I'm a trader, okay? And traders take profits. We don't believe in mooning. However, if this builds another base just like this, I might buy again, all right? Another coin that I'm in right now, again from the same narrative of AI, is CTXC. For instance, we're now at profit of, from the blue line over here, 10%, from moment almost 20%, all right? But it's just building some more, all right? So another thing, that if you look at the hourly, for instance, or for hourly, doesn't matter, you can see that he had a good move up, all right, with nice demand, and then VCP and boom, exploded out of it, and now building, you can say this is sort of cup with handle or a saucer, and might go exploding, okay? One Earth is something much more speculative that I'm looking at, very minor loss at right now. I just took it a couple of hours ago because I just want to see how one coin might give me huge percentage gains of over 100%. So as you can see, guys, I'm a consistent, successful trader, and very seldomly I take one, let's say, wild card. This is my wild card. And shorts are still working. Now, what did I want to show you? For example, so I showed you FET, I showed you CTXC, I showed you SOL, right? Just for you guys to see that you can still find, for example, OP, you broke out of this huge triangle, okay? You can look for an entry. Let's put it on the daily. You can see that OP broke out of a huge triangle. This is a bullish signal for this chart. Why? Because it means that the supply and demand dynamics are changing. This is not a prediction, all right? A chart analysis is an art not of predicting, but by understanding what the supply and demand dynamics are saying to us. Right now, this is looking bullish. Near, for instance, all right? As well, if you go to the hourly, you see very much similar pattern to what Sol made, all right? It had an impulse move, VCP pattern, and now it's attempting maybe to break out of this pattern, right? So this is bullish for near short term. Again, for a trade, everything here is a trade, all right? So, I want to show you some other coins, for example, and move, all right? So Vi, all right, let's look at Vi, huge move, all right? I missed this, I completely missed this. Look what a beautiful, let's put it 4 hour, okay. Look at this beautiful move over here, VCP. I just want to brush this, all right? So VCP moved just like this, 1, 2, 3, boom, exploded, right? Now you can say that you might have bought it over here, doesn't matter. This was a huge move. If you bought it on the breakout of this move, you made over 100%, all right? Huge, huge, huge move. Let's see what else I have in my KuCoin, all right? So what else I had? Look at FT, for instance. This is something I attempted trading over here, all right? And over here, I thought that in the break of this VCP, IPO breakout might occur. It didn't, as you can see, it fell down. It created a cup with handle, all right, just beautiful cup with handle, all right, over here. And if you look even closer, you will see that this cup in handle, let's remove it, created a VCP at the handle, all right? So what you can see is a 1, 2, 3, boom, exploded, now again moving, and it's trying to move again. So this is very bullish. These are signs that things are starting to work, all right? MAN, look at this, all right? VCP, though very volatile, I'm not going to get in unless I see a pivot over here, but you can see it's attempting, all right? AI, another one of these AI narrative, okay? Tone, no. Ace, no. All right, nothing else that I'm seeing right now. Oh, XYO, and I want to move very speculatively high from the very bottom, right? So this is a bit of noise what I describe right now, but what I have tried to illuminate to you guys is that some things are trying to convey us, all right, passing information that things are moving, all right, that there is more interest in the demand side than there is on the supply side, okay? That's how you go long on coins and make a bunch of money, okay? So put your eyes for something that made an impulse move. Okay, let's take Vi as a great example. Made an impulse move, created a VCP pattern, and then just continued. All right, this is a log scale, and that's why this looks like it looks right now. However, this is exactly what we want to look for. FET, for instance, another great example is FET, all right? Had a nice VCP, had an impulse move, all right, boom, impulse move. Let's see what was the impulse. It made 100% impulse move in just a few days, I guess. Then made a VCP for how long? Just made a VCP for around 24 days, and then boom, moved up I didn't buy over here. I just waited to see what happened. It does it build another contraction over here, and it did. And I just entered on the breakout of this contraction. I added over here a little bit as well. Maybe you could have entered over here, of course, but I just preferred entering over here. But what I'm trying to convey again is we are seeing longs working again, all right? Shorts worked really good. In the past few weeks, we had amazing shorts, right? The best short right now that is working, okay, is BNX, right? We entered at the breakdown of this. Now we went all the way down over here. It's attempting to rebase over here. Maybe it will try to break out and do something over here. I don't know. However, if you move the stop loss, take stop loss over here to make sure that you have profit, that's fantastic. Then you can re-enter here if the breakdown, if then goes back down again. That's what I did. I moved my stop loss over here, and if this continues to build over here, I'm going to add on the breakdown over here, breakdown of this level over the $57 level, right? TWT is another one. I'm just slight profit, right? It's not moving as much, and Magic, same thing, very slight profit right now, not moving as much. As you can see that on the downside, we don't have as much supply pressure as we had the last few weeks. Why? Because we're getting more bullish sentiment, all right? A bit more bullish sentiment. We're getting narratives working for us. The AI narrative is working right now, right? The miners that might have stopped capitulating is maybe another narrative adding to Bitcoin, for example, and so on and so forth. So, guys, again, always think, what's the narrative? How can I trade upon the narrative? What am I seeing that is working and actually confirming the narrative? And how can I trade upon them? All right, guys, hope this is very helpful for you guys. I'm going to see you next week. Cheers.